Alright, so continuous data would be a kind of data whose units, or the way in which it's measured, are meaningful at an infinite number of points within a certain range. So, continuous data, if you look at it visually, might look something like that. There's an infinite number of points here where this data exists or could exist. So, it's at the point 2 and at the point 3, but it's also at 2.5 and it's also at 2.25 and it's also at 2.1789823, etc. There's an infinite number of points here within this range. Okay, so that's why I say continuous data flows like a river. Discontinuous data or discrete data would look, something like that. There's only certain points where it makes sense, and the in-between points don't really make sense. So, continuous data, some examples would be a lot of measurements would be an example. So your height, you could be 5 feet tall, or you could be 5.01 feet tall, or you could be 5.012367 feet tall. Any of those numbers make sense for a measurement of your height. So you don't have to be exactly 5 feet, or exactly 4 feet, or exactly 2 feet tall. Or another example would be how far you ran. If you're a runner, maybe you ran 2 miles, maybe you ran 1.9876 miles, or 2.23 miles, or 2.30800971 miles. So there's an infinite number of points, and it really kind of matters how precise your measuring tool is. Um, if I had a measuring stick that just had 1 feet, 2 feet, 3 feet on it with no numbers in between, I might say you're 5 feet tall. But if I came up with something more precise, with the inches on it, I might say you're 5 point whatever feet tall. So some non-examples of continuous data. So data that's not continuous would be, for example, how many people in the world love dinosaurs. Um, these have to be whole numbers. So, maybe there's 2 people that love dinosaurs, maybe there's 5 people that love dinosaurs, but it doesn't make any sense at all to say there's 4.25 people who love dinosaurs, because this unit, people, can only make sense for certain points. But continuous data makes sense for any number of points within the range that you're talking about. So, another fake example would be the size of your shoe. You can't really have a shoe size of 6.78912. It's got to be a 6 or maybe 6.5. There's certain points that make sense